Hello and welcome to the Grand Line Review, your source for everything One Piece. Except for today, because blah, 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 you all probably know the drill by now. We are celebrating an enormous 8,000 subscribers, and there's no better way to do that in my mind than to highlight some of your best channel comments. Enjoy! Alright, so first of all, I would like to honor the official octopod of the Grand Line Review, Sir Umne, who was very excited on one particular video. First like, first comment, Octopus is early for once. Octopus smile. Next up we have a comment from Static Shattuck regarding one of the recent manga chapters. I wouldn't Luffy around Kaido's crew or Shanks's crew, it under the idea is somewhere near Commander. And I have to say I do very much agree with Static Shattuck. Around Kaido's crew I would be highly unlikely to Luffy lest they get the idea that is somewhere near Commander. And now we have a very sweet comment from Love Survives. I will name my 1th daughter Pudding one day if I get kids one day. And look, as long as you're a better parent than Big Mom, I'm sure that will turn out a-okay. Unlike Rinot, who was clearly raised very poorly, judging by his comment on one of my top 5 lists. Your list faking sucks. Not even Blackbeard, come on man. And yeah, moving on we have a reply to my top 5 final villains list from Thomas Allister. The Finlay villain is Geen, as he is laterally a demon. And I'm somewhat confused here, because if Geen is laterally a demon, then does that mean he exists on the side of a demon? And if so, does that make Geen an angel? I need help here. Perhaps Purist Clorox Bleach will be able to make some sense of this situation? But how can you not die when you die? The concept of die is when you die, you stay die. So you can't not die when you die. So this whole thing is die. No, I guess not. But surely Deedshot R has something reasonable to say. Bitch lasagna. Alright, now I'm just hungry, so let's move on to our next comment from Cages. I absolutely love when comments get liked, it brings hope that you might be in a comments video. But then all that hope is shattered when the video comes and you are left with nothing but emptiness. And wow, Cages, that was a bit of a downer, but since your comment was featured this time, I hope that rather than emptiness, you're left with a feeling of, somethingness. Yeah, that'll do. Next up, we have some rather harsh words regarding Jinbei from Mahali Oros. I wait for Jinbei to die since Marineford. I think that he needs to die, it is part of his design. Because I don't like him. And we have some similarly rough words directed at another character from Ong's Roblox and Minecraft channel. How about Carrot, she annoying as heck, I hope she doesn't join Store Hat. And wow, the negativity doesn't stop there, and in fact this time Rashad Holland is issuing a decree regarding a current member of the crew. No fuck Usopp. Poor Usopp, dude never gets a break. And then there's Sean Howard, who is directing negativity at, well, me. Don't interrupt my salad ever again, or else I'll pour a bottle of vinegar straight down your throat. And guys, let's just calm down, put away the vinegar now. Nobody wants to start a dressing war. Instead, it is now time for the Duck of the Week. This week we are featuring a standard domestic duck speaking on a banana phone. And joining us is special guest commentator Simpleton S. Man. Simpleton, what do you think of this duck? Haha, duck funny. Thank you very much, Simpleton. Alright guys, it's time to get down to serious business. During the last Best Comments video, we were all given a curious inquiry to ponder, and that was who would win in a fight, black bread versus white bread. And I have to say, I don't think we ever received such an overwhelming amount of replies, so we need to kick straight into them. Manuel Vasquez is one of the people who immediately cast their vote. White bread because he loved his fellow breads, while black bread killed one of white bread's breads, and then making his own breads. Can't trust a black bread these days. And Lucille Lacroix found herself taking the same side. If you're German, black bread wins without a doubt, but I'm not, so white bread of course. And on the other side of this conflict we have Crackpot Joker. Black bread because white bread has already passed its expiration date. And he is backed up by Gabriel Paulino. Black bread would win, he is the only bread that can have 2 different spreads at the same time. It's a mystery. Although some people refuse to take sides, like Pantless Ninja. According to the rules of One Piece and the rules of life, neither bread wins if you just throw them in water. And then there's a slew of people who just casually threw in their own candidates, like Chantel Benjamin. Brown bread would win because it's not too crumbly and too flaccid. And we also have Herogeddon quite boldly claiming that, also, red bread Shanks will stop the fighting. And then Pain Squad rather simply suggested yellow bread. Ah yes, how could we have ever forgotten about our good old friend, yellow bread. But I feel like the person who best summed up this debate was Army Frog. I dunno who would win in a fight between black bread and white bread, but we must remember that they are not the only bread. You see, Goldie bread was the strongest loaf in his day, and Monkey D bread will be the strongest in his generation. However, there are a lot of other bread out there. The Marine Fleet Admiral Spicy bread has unparalleled strength. Bread D Dragon is another bread that one must take into consideration. But the real question remains unanswered. Who would win? Me. I'm hungry. So with that, we are going to wrap up this battle for the ages and present our next question for consideration. This one comes from a user by the name of That Was Some Good Ham Yum, and they ask, why does Big Mom look like my Jewish math teacher? So I'll leave you all to ponder that for next time. But that pretty much does it for this edition of the Best Channel Comments. If you enjoyed this video, then feel free to like, favorite, or subscribe, and I look forward to providing more of our regular One Piece content soon. This has been the Grand Line Review, and I'll see you next time.